Hey guys, Dr. Noah, Dr. Mike, we're back
Guys,
live again
yep.
on our Tuesday afternoon, 2:30-ish live stream. How you doing, Dr. Mike?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Last week we told you we were going to talk about our rhythms, our routines, how important they are. And I think we've always had routines, Mike, and they've changed over the years. But I think it was when we were at a seminar with Rick Sapio, and he talked about how rhythms and routines, scheduling really means freedom. And most people think that if you have a rhythm and a routine and your life is scheduled, that bogs you down. But that's really freedom, and that's given me so much freedom. It's given you freedom. And we wanted to share just a little smidge of our daily and weekly routines just to get you thinking about how important your daily routine is and to maybe clean up or create your own routine. So, Mike, let's start off. Do you have a beginning of the week routine? Do you have a morning routine, afternoon routine? What is your routine, Dr. Mike?
For starters, I like calling it a rhythm. I don't like calling it a routine just for that headspace for myself. A routine to me sounds very constricting and confining, and I know it's not, but a rhythm, a daily rhythm sounds more I don't know, natural to me. It doesn't sound as constricting, and that rhythm has stayed the same essentially over the past 10 years since we took Rick Sapio's course. That's business finishing school. Is that what it's called now?
Yes, sir.
So that changes. Believe it or not, that changed for me very recently when I just completed a meditation course, Ziva meditation, and I found that absolutely phenomenal. So the first thing that I do every day when I wake up before I get out of bed is I meditate for a good 15 to 20 minutes. And that changed. Before, I used to visualize and affirm before I started my day. Again, getting before I got out of bed. So now what I'll do is I will do first I'll do meditation, and then I'll do a little bit of visualization, a little bit of affirmation. The next part of the morning routine before I go downstairs is to brush my teeth, wash my face, and I have my unmedicine cabinet. When I open that up, it's also got the daily affirmations on the inside of that. So I further state those affirmations. And that's really I found I get the most bang for my buck doing it that way at this point in time. What about you, Noah?
Oh, my rhythms, and I agree, I like rhythms better than routines. My rhythm really starts on Sunday morning, every Sunday morning when I sit down and I write down my objectives for the entire week, and I do that every single Sunday morning. My morning routines or my weekly routines is 2 to 3 times a week. I go to the yoga studio. I do vibration plate about 5 times a week, but every single morning I wake up, and the first thing I do, essentially, is I go and I listen to Sean Croxton's quote of the day. That's basically the first thing I do. And then I do some form of exercise and mobility work. It could be a 20-minute yoga series. It could be 120 push-ups. It could be a 5-minute plank. It could be something along those lines. And during that time, I'm listening to an audio book or something along those lines. I finish off my morning with 2 other things. One, I do anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes of red light or photobiomodulation, depending on how much time I have. And then I do like you do, not right off the bat. I do a meditation, either somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes, using a headset called the Brain Tap. I need something currently that helps me get into that meditative mode. I go downstairs. I get the kids breakfast and supplements, and my supplements ready. I take the dog for a walk, get ready, leave for work. And then usually I get in the first person at work, and I actually, before I start the day, I do another 10 to 20 minute meditation. And I do that every single workday. And on the weekends, I do the red light, the workout, maybe the yoga class, walk the dog every single day.
Yeah. And that's even before I go downstairs. When I do go downstairs, what I will do is, my wife is already writing in her journal, and I have to thank Tim Ferriss for this, amongst many, many, many other things. But I do the 5-minute journal. I do it on my phone. It is one of the 3 things I'm grateful for, and what 3 things will I do to make today great. And it also has a spot on the phone for affirmations. So I am affirming at least 3 times a day on what is really, really important to me. And this goes back to, and again, we could go over this. Noah and I have given classes on it. We've done lectures on it, but it really goes to my values and what is really, really important in my life. So before I've even basically started my day, I've laid out that day for myself to be successful in how I'm approaching life. So like Noah, I will then see the kids off for school, and then kiss my wife goodbye. I'll get in the car, and I have an hour trip. I will use that time in transit to the best that I can. And for me, speaking to my values on education, I'm either listening to our podcast, Beyond Your Wildest Dreams, or a podcast, Sean Croxton. We owe much thanks to him. Very grateful for him. Or a couple of the other ones, Rebellion. Healthy Rebellion, Sean Croxton, Tim Ferriss, Chris Kresser, Ben Greenfield,
Dave
Asprey. So listen to a number, Mark Sisson's health coach podcast. So I'll listen to that. Or as you all know, I love to read. In these days, I listen more than I read, or I'll have an audiobook that I'm listening to.
Yeah, I want to just swing back on something you mentioned that I'd love to encourage everybody to do. And first I started doing the 5-minute journal too as well, when it was literally the book, the big book about this big, and I did that probably 2 full books worth through. And I guess it came from you. I don't know. You said, "Oh, there's an app on the phone. You could just do it on your phone."
Yeah.
And I have to be doing it on my phone now, like you. It's got to be almost 2 years. Do it every day. Start my day, or essentially in the first half hour of my day, I'm doing that as Micah is, and then I finish the day with the gratitude as well. Yeah. And I could tell you, I can count on the time on my hands that I forget to do it in the morning or the afternoon. And it actually prompts you and reminds you too. So we both highly recommend the 5-minute journal app. It might be what, a $4.99 one-time fee, something like that.
It's one of those great under $10 purchases of all time.
Yeah,
of all time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Noah and I are having lunch together. On Monday, it's all 4 doctors in the office. On Wednesday, it's usually 3 of us, and on Friday, Noah and I or one of the other doctors we're meeting for lunch, which is a really good opportunity for us to go over and plan and strategize any things that are coming up, things that need to be addressed in the office, or just really breaking paleo bread. But time for us to get together as friends, but also as colleagues.
Yeah, and you know what? The rhythm, you could see how rhythmically-ized our life is. Every Tuesday at 8:30, we have a conference call for BYWG. Every single Tuesday at 9 a.m., we have a call with our accountability group. And just recently, 9 p.m. on Tuesday night, we have another conference call that's rhythmically set. So as you can see, our entire lives are set rhythm, and that frees us up to be creative. It frees us up to be with our family. It frees us up to be the best people, chiropractors, father, husbands we can be. So we would, maybe you have something else to say, Mike. I don't. I would like for you all to share your rhythms with us. I'd like you to think about how you can create your rhythms and start instituting it. It will definitely change your life for the better.
It's really important to be consistent. And we see this with our Beyond Your Wildest Dreams. We see this with Family Chiropractic Center of Bayonne, with the Wellness Institute. It's with the other doctors in the office. This 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night is really an office meeting. And it's really important because we have some of our staff members are still in high school and they can't make the office meetings because they start at 2 or 2:30. So we decided it is more important to all of us get on a conference call and go over our wins and challenges. That's the format or the rhythm of our accountability calls, of Beyond Your Wildest Dreams, and now of the office. So we go over that. Really super important. The last thing I shared this morning was Brene Brown talking to Tim Ferriss on Tim Ferriss's podcast, and she was talking, and this is something that I've really spoken to about goal setting, and really, when you set a goal, the object is not actually to reach the goal. The object is to become the type of person who can reach that goal, and that is a huge shift in thinking. Because we as human beings will turn around and say, I failed at reaching that goal, as opposed to becoming the person who does reach that goal. I am becoming. It is a journey. It is truly the journey that's important. And these rhythms set you up for success. So I would tell you, start small and gradually work them into your day. This is what I do. This is how I do it. And that becomes set in stone. We've been meeting for 10 years as an accountability group. Every Tuesday morning for 10 years at 9 a.m. we are on that conference call. So I'm good, Noah. Anything you want to add?
That's it. Just do your best to make it non-negotiable.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
all I got. Be awesome and never unawesome. And it's time to see patients in 16 minutes. Have a great day. See you next Tuesday, guys.
Bye.